Welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin B. McBride. Behind me is this Bronco I've named Ryan the Temp because I don't have it forever. And we got Adam with Trail Racks and his monster Gladiator. And we're back up here at the Bountiful Bee where my last video was because, well, I've been sick all week and I want to get out there. So we're gonna go drive up the trail a little bit, see how far we get before sunset, see if we can't get some pretty shots as the sun drops. But let's take Ryan the Temp and have a good time. As we make our way up the trail here, I do want to let you know that this video is sponsored. It's being sponsored by Ronin Factory, the online store that gives away Ford Raptors. Yep, I give them away. And all you have to do to get entered is head to the link in my bio and spend at least $1, because every dollar you spend is an entry to win. And on some weekends, such as this one, if you spend $1, you can get 2 entries because it's double entry weekend. How awesome does that sound? So again, all you got to do, hit the link in my bio, that'll take you there, and you can even save 10% because you can use the code McBride10 at checkout, and you can get entered to win a Raptor. And when you do, let's go rally. Let's have some fun. Seriously, if you win a Raptor, like, reach out to me, DM me somehow, and let's party because I want to send it. So go win a Raptor and then slide it in my DMs and let's go send it. Okay? All right. Ronin Factory, thank you for sponsoring. And there you go. Everything is in the bio to get yourself entered to win that. So go do it. Right there. Click that link right in my bio. Win a Raptor. In my last video, I talked a lot about how the suspension is comfortable. And I said it a lot. I said it a whole bunch. And I think it was just because I couldn't think of another word. Like, what else was I going to say? I was so excited to first be driving a Bronco and be driving it off-road on one of my local trails that I'm familiar with this trail. I know what it feels like when I drive the Jeep in this trail. So just my immediate reaction, my immediate response was, wow, comfortable. But I think the real word I wanted was dynamic. This is so dynamic. Different types of terrain that are on this trail that just 4High is able to just accomplish. So when it's ruts, it does well. When it's whoops, it does well. When it's washboards, it does well. Like, here's some washboards. I don't feel like that's rattling my teeth out. Like the phone and everything mounted on the dash, sure, it's rattling around, but here in the driver's seat, I feel awesome. I feel spectacular. It's so dynamic. That's the real word I was looking for. So if you watched my last video, I'm sorry. It was a fun video to make. It just didn't come out the way I wanted. I was actually super sick when I made that video. I still am a little bit sick, so hitting some of these, it's a little like driving on top of the ocean where we're just going on a wave motion, but feels good. This still feels great for a stock vehicle. I think this is how high we were last time. You want to shoot some stuff here and then keep going up?
Yeah, we can do that. Just pull up right next to you.
Yeah, maybe be like 20 feet away or something so that I don't show up in your reels. Okay, we have stopped up here towards the top of the hill. It's a little windy. It's always windy up here. It's beautiful, but we're gonna make some reels because the internet keeps telling us that reels, they're like the magic sauce to Instagram right now. So we're gonna make some reels for Trail Racks over here. And so if you wanna go check those out, you should follow him on Instagram and check out all the sweet stuff he makes. So I shot a reel of the soft top because, I don't know, reels are weird. If you've been using reels, they're weird. I'm still figuring them out, but I basically learned just do whatever you're thinking. Don't be all fancy about it. Just do it. Anyway, soft top on this opens really easy. I get a lot of questions about the soft top, and honest response, it's pretty noisy on the highway. This one actually has a whistle I haven't been able to find yet, I want to do a full video on it, but until I find that whistle and have a solution for it, because if others have the same whistle, I want to provide an answer. I don't want to do a full video. So until I get that whistle figured out, I won't do a full video on it. But I don't know, for what a soft top is, I just wish this thing had a full, genuine roof. The removable roof thing, I talked about it in my 10 things I hate about the Ford Bronco. I don't think we need that. If this had just a roof, if it just had just a regular roof, we wouldn't have any of the delays that we're having. Ford wouldn't be in this poor position of we can't make these fast enough. Come on. Other than a soft top, I really do like this thing. I think so far, I mean, I've driven it for what, 3 days? I love it. I really do. And that dynamic suspension that I was talking about earlier down here, it's not the Haas stuff that you'll find on the Badlands or the Sasquatch, but for the standard stock suspension, for the everyday man suspension, I'm gonna say, I really do like it. I think I'm way more impressed with it than I thought I would be. And that's saying a lot because I really, really want a Sasquatch. And mine should be a Sasquatch. I'm trying my hardest not to talk about what I'm getting too much, just because things are still subject to change. But mine should be a Sasquatch, so we're gonna have a lot of fun when it does get here. But even this is still so much fun. So much fun that on a night like tonight, where I'm still kind of a little under the weather, I'm out here bouncing around on trails because I'm super smart. So suspension, soft top, though that's kind of a plus and a minus to this. Inside, it's got the smaller screen, which I have really gotten used to. I think this is basically the size of the screen on my Jeep, so nothing about it seems small. It only feels small because we keep seeing pictures of the 12-inch, and I keep being in Broncos that have the 12-inch. But as far as my comfortability, this feels really no different than driving my Jeep, and I can navigate everything just fine. CarPlay works. That's really all I've played with. Again, this is such like a overview video of things I want to dig deeper into. I want to dig deeper into the soft top. I want to dig deeper into the suspension. I obviously want to dig deeper into the display here and into what's going on with the dash, and obviously goat modes, which let's just talk about what goat modes this one has real fast. Hold on. All right, so here we are looking down at the dash. We're in park, so I don't have my seatbelt on. Sorry about that, but let's talk about some of these goat modes. So turning the dial one turn turns it on, normal mode. One more turn puts it into eco, which I haven't driven in yet, but it's gonna take it out of four-wheel drive because I had it in four-wheel drive. Then following eco, we turn it into sport mode, which is snappy. Then following sport mode, again, one turn just activates. Whoa, we got airplanes flying low through the canyon. Anyway, one turn activates it. Let's bring it back up. And then the next turn, that puts us into slippery. This is what I probably should have used when I was cruising down the highway and it was dumping here in Salt Lake right when I pulled in on Saturday afternoon. But, you know, I didn't know yet. And now I know. So now you know. And then one more turn, just activates it again. Throws it into mud and ruts. This was what I was using in my first video here. I've since realized you really don't need it when you're just out on dry stuff. If it were a little more wet or just more rutted out, so a lot more off camber positions, I think that would be more useful. But for what we're driving today, no need. And then again, one more turn and we're into sand. So I haven't quite figured out what the difference is as far as feeling between sand and mud and ruts, but they seem to both turn on four-wheel drive and the locker. So what comes between those computer-wise, I couldn't say. So we're just gonna throw it back down here to normal. And you can cycle between these super quick. You don't have to pause on them. Just if you know, hey, I'm just trying to get all the way over to mud and ruts, you just kind of swing it all the way over and then back off by one. Or hey, I've just got to throw it all the way over to normal. We're good. Long drive, let's put it into eco, etc. So there you go, a little bit of goat mode action for you. In fact, this is really cool. So we're gonna throw it into mud and ruts real fast, or sand, both of them the same. Four-wheel shift in progress. Boom, look at that. The locker auto turns on, and no matter what goat mode you're in, you can select to turn that locker off if you want. And it's super simple. Press of a button and it turns off. Like, it's almost too quick to turn on and off. how quickly that operates. Blows my mind. So fast. Look here, I'm gonna try and show you what this looks like to press the button while, okay, here we go. Button. And it's on. Did you see it? Did you see it down there? Button, and it's off. That fast. Button. Okay, I'm gonna wear it out. That's what my dad would say. It's like when you played with the windows as a kid. You're gonna wear them out. I'm not gonna wear it out. We should just keep doing it until it wears out. Run this as like a durability test. Okay, I really don't want to wear it out. I'm kidding. All right, we shot a bunch of reels. We've talked about the mile-high overview of the Bronco and the things I want to continue to talk about and research for you. And now I got to clean out my front seat because we're going to take Adam for a ride. Because Adam here has not yet ridden in a Bronco.
Excited, yeah.
So let's move all this junk, Justin. All right, Adam. Here we go. Lights are on. Excuse me, mosquito. We do not want you in here.
You don't get to ride the Bronco?
So, Adam's first impressions.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Right?
What did you think?
That was smooth.
It was great. Things to remember. This is not a Badlands. This is not a Sasquatch. This is not on 33s even.
And for disclosure, you have full PSI, stock suspension.
Yep. Full PSI, stock suspension. Haven't touched anything.
Wow. Normal mode, four-wheel drive.
I think this is... Yeah, that was normal 4 high, but we're gonna bounce it over to mud and ruts. Disengage that locker while driving, by the way. Isn't that rad?
Yeah, something that the Rubicon kind of missed out on.
There's a few things that I think Ford did their homework on, things enthusiasts are looking for and things they could improve from some of their competitors.
Absolutely. Like my Jeep, the reason I went with a Sport S and built off that is solely so I can on the fly turn on my locker. The Rubicon is such a drawback to where I have to stop, put it in for low, or do any sort of changes like that, or even just have to have it in for low to put a rear locker on. So it's really cool that Ford incorporated this into their Bronco and kind of did their homework for what off-road or overlanders kind of ideally want.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like what we're looking for is a lot of what they put into here. Is it perfect? I don't think so. Is it one of the best vehicles I've driven? Probably.
Oh yeah, so that bump soaked it up right away. Even these washboards that I'm starting to watch come up, usually I can feel my Jeep even kind of glide a little bit, kind of float on top of these. Yeah, it's very sweet. I mean, we're talking stock suspension, and this is just incredible.
That's why I'm so surprised by it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
like,
incredible.
And I'm doing 35, like I'm cooking uphill.
Oh yeah. And I can't feel the shifts or anything in it. It's incredibly smooth because this is the 10-speed transmission.
10-speed, 2.3 liter engine. Yep.
Wow.
So smaller engine on that automatic, and like climbing a hill like this at elevation, it's like the Jeep struggles, and I don't
to
get
like
that.
find a gear. Okay. Yeah, mine will do similar things, but it's hard to compare mine to a stock Jeep just because it's supercharged. It's got the low end torque. So the entire way up, I'm in third gear doing 25-30, and it'll sit at like 2,500 RPMs and just cruise up the mountain. But I know that's not usually the case for other people who don't have. Oh, interesting.
Whoa.
This is something to.
Should we hook it up and take it home?
Yeah, right. You think the Bronco can tow that?
That's a good question. That looks like a crash. Oh man, no. That is a crash. Oh, hope everyone's okay. So here's the helicopter that we were just talking about during Adam's little ride along here. Hope everybody's okay. Looks pretty beat up. I wonder how in the heck they got it to the trailer. Cause it's pretty gnarly. Like I was up here 2.5 weeks ago for a recovery. A guy went over the edge of the road and it took us all day, and that was probably 75 feet off the road. So something like this and in pieces, oof, can't imagine that was easy. Hope everyone's all right. That sucks. So there you go, another little Bronco video to throw up on the feed. I do this because, again, like, this isn't my Bronco, but I've got it with me, and I know you guys are dying to get yours or learn more about them. So just bringing you along to experience it firsthand with me, that's the most I can do, and I hope you're enjoying it. And I hope that the GoPro setup inside today with different audio setup was a little bit better. I know towards the end with Adam, it got dark, and GoPros hate the dark, so it is what it is on that. But it's been a fun day, and I'm happy to bring you along with me on all of these little day adventures, even if they're just for a few hours at a time. Thank you again to Ronin Factory for sponsoring this video. Check out their link in the description and go win that Raptor so we can go rally, okay? Go win it, slide into my DMs. You know what to do. Let's have some fun. All right, so that does it for me. If you liked the video, please like the video. If you have a question, leave me a comment. And if you want to hang out again, well, make sure to subscribe. Until next time, I'm Justin B. McBride.